In our poster, we share the thoughts about good information design and good dashboarding, and in this video I like to discuss the point about the uniform storyline. I think it's very important to have a clear structure within a dashboard, to have a clear recipe. This is what we think is really essential and the key point, to have a storytelling concept for your dashboards. What does that mean? We have a closer look to that. So the basics are actually defined in the visualization mantra by Ben Snyderman, so that we start with an overview. This is always the beginning, so that we summarize it, and based on that we then provide filter and zoom functionality so that we are going down into the details, and lastly we then on demand provide the details. And what could that mean? It's quite general to describe it like that, and that's why we set up these storytelling frameworks where we think about the tasks, the questions, and also the experiences of the different persons, and based on that we then formulate different types of dashboards for the manager, for the analyst, for the data scientist, and these are the basis how we then come up with an actual framework. And the framework could then look like this: that we have a clear recommendation for the summary page, the summary of the landing page. So for example, up to 9 KPI tiles. Based on that you can then jump in the next level. In this next level, these are the details with those 4 matrix, so that we have 4 additional elements explaining the first selected tile, and then in the zoom, this is then the switch, for example, from the visual to the table element, and then we have a clear path how we define our dashboards. And if you have something like that, it's easier for the definition of a dashboard, and also for the user who knows always the path. And then we have the recommendations, which visualization are useful just to get an idea of that. Of course, there is a difference between the manager and data scientist, so probably the prior knowledge is much higher for the manager than for the data scientist. However, the level of detail should be less detailed for the manager than the data analyst. So they're just different components you need to keep aware of, and based on that we build up this storytelling framework, so that there are clear paths defined for all the different dashboarding types, based on the experience, based on the tasks, and also the questions you like to answer within such a dashboard. And I think this is essential and one of the key components of good dashboarding.